Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and happy Halloween here from the Sargent Central Activity Center for tonight's District 1 Division B Girls Volleyball Contest between the Maple River Raiders and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. We'll step aside and we'll be back with our Irie Insurance pregame show. You are watching on yourliveevent.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Hankinson is a very progressive small town that's actually, I would say, growing or thriving rather than dying.
If you have a family, this is a top-notch school system.
Hankinson's a small enough town that you feel secure.
We're able to be self-sustaining by having all of these awesome amenities.
And although Hankinson may be a small town, it has lots of things to keep you entertained or to start a new career.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
I want to welcome you into our Irie Insurance pregame show. I am Nick Furch. Joined by me behind the camera is Connor Olson. And we've got an exciting matchup here tonight as one of these teams has a date set for the district championship game Monday night. The other, a date set with the Oaks Tornadoes, who just defeated the Enderlin Eagles in 3-0. Looking at today's matchup, we have the number 4 seeded Maple River Raiders taking on the number 1 seeded Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds here in this tournament. And when you look at the matchup here on paper, man, this is as exciting as it can be going into a possible district championship game on Monday night for both of these teams. Maple River is coming into this game with a 12-17 overall record, but has been playing some pretty good volleyball as of late. And talking about playing really good volleyball as of late, the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds are on quite a heater up to this point, 9-2 in their last 11 matches, including beating teams, some of the teams here in this district, but at the time, the Richland Colts, who are ranked number 5 in the state before being defeated by the Warbirds. So looking at just this game on paper, this is going to be one of those games that, you know, very well could be one that goes all 5 sets, all depending on which way the ball goes here tonight. I had a chance to talk to the head coach for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, Tanner Carlson, prior to the match here tonight. And one of the big areas he talked about with me was, you know, they're only returning one player from one starter from last season's team, and they're coming into the tournament here as the number 1 seed. So how are they going to be able to continue this hot streak that they're on? How are they going to continue to remain humble and be able to play well? And he said one of the keys to the game here for the Warbirds is going to be the junior middle hitter, number 13, Maya Kackman, He said that they put in a new offense here midway through the season. It's really clicked here for this team, and Maya Kackman has really been a big part of what makes this team go. So that'll be one of the players that we're going to watch as we progress here through the Irie Insurance pregame show, is the junior for the Warbirds. But also just another area that head coach Tanner Carlson had mentioned was just being able to get the ball up towards the front of the net, give the hitters for this Warbirds team a chance to convert and be able to give themselves a chance, at least on the offensive side, to be successful. We'll be right back, and we'll have some keys for the Maple River Raiders here in just a moment. You are watching the Irie Insurance pregame show for District 1 Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Want to welcome you back into our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to irieins.com to get a free quote. Now let's take a look at the Maple River Raiders coming in as the 4 seed here in the tournament. And they're coming off of the only non-sweep from yesterday's game, being able to knock off the Sargent County Bulldogs in 5 sets, 3 sets to 2. And for the Raiders in that one, it was the freshman outside hitter, number 5, Sophia Satchram, who really controlled the game for the Raiders and gave them a big boost with 22 kills on the evening last night, hoping to have a repeat performance. And, you know, from being here in the crowd for that contest yesterday, one of the big things that I was able to notice just watching the Raiders play was when they had opportunities at the net, they very rarely failed to capitalize. So that's going to be something for Maple River, that if they want to continue to have the success that they've had as of late, as well as get the opportunity to knock off the number 1 team here in the district tournament, get a chance to go and play for that district championship, they're going to have to continue to capitalize on those opportunities at the net, and a player like Sophia Satram is definitely going to be somebody that the Raiders are going to be looking towards to help them accomplish that. One of the other aspects there for the Raiders to really pay attention to is not only do they have Sophia Satram, but they also just have a wide variety of different hitters, and they can really use just about anybody that is at least a threat for the Raiders on the offensive side. So how are they going to be able to continue to have that success offensively, setting up some of those good hitters? Sophia Satram, kind of the main one, or the player of the game there from yesterday. But also, how are you then going to channel that in on the defensive side? We mentioned Maya Kackman as one of the players for the Warbirds who kind of has that similar ability to do well from a hitting standpoint and capitalize on those opportunities. So how are you going to play at the net? How are you going to be able to defend? Because as what we saw yesterday, offensively, they definitely did a very good job at capitalizing. So defense is really going to be the name of the game here for the Raiders if they want to have that opportunity to knock off the #1 team and have a date for the district championship here on Monday. We'll step aside and we will finish up with some coverage from what happened earlier here from the Sargent Central Activity Center, as well as what is going on around the state, not only for volleyball, but also a couple of state tournament football games going on here on this Halloween night around the state and around the area. We'll step aside and we'll be right back with that for you here on the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
Welcome to the city of Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity. Here, you don't just find a house, you find a quality of life. Safe neighborhoods, affordable living, and a community that treats your family like their own. Build your dream home with lots starting at an attractive price and enjoy homeowner incentives and grant funds to help make it yours. Come live, work, and thrive in Hillsboro, where you don't just live, you belong.
Earlier this afternoon in Game 1 here of Day 2, the Sargent County Bulldogs were able to knock off the Barnes County North Bison 3-0. Sargent County will play the loser of the final game here this evening, so they are still waiting to see who their opponent will be. Barnes County North season has come to an end with that defeat. If you were just watching the last contest between the Oaks Tornadoes and Enderlin Eagles, didn't really look like it was going to be as exciting of a match as it was. A pretty decisive victory in the opening set for the Tornadoes, but then the Eagles did a phenomenal job coming from behind and playing a solid match there for the rest of the way. So the Eagles season has come to an end. The Tornadoes are going to play the loser of this contest, while the winner will go on to play in the district championship on Monday. That'll do it for our Irie Insurance pregame show, as we get ready to announce the starting lineups here from the floor, as they are getting started to announce them here in Sargent Central. But we will get started here first with the starting lineup for the visitors on the scoreboard, the number 4 seeded Maple River Raiders. So the first starter for the Raiders is going to be the senior libero / defensive specialist, number 2, Lila Richmond. The older sister of the Satcham duo is the junior outside hitter, number 3, Scarlett Satcham. A senior, number 4, the setter, Hallie Bissett. The freshman outside hitter, number 5, Sophia Satcham. The sophomore defensive specialist and libero for the Raiders is number 7, Abigail Caloran. The outside hitter and middle hitter for the Raiders, a senior, number 11, Claire Irie. And a junior middle hitter, number 12, Aaliyah Hannig, will round off the starting rotation for the Maple River Raiders. Now we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. First off, we'll get started with the sophomore setter, standing 5'4", number 2, Reese Hosford. The libero for the Warbirds is 5'1", junior number 4, Macy Gockler. A defensive specialist standing 5'5", sophomore, a sophomore 5'10", middle hitter number 7, Aria Rigg. The 5'7", senior outside hitter number 8, Callie Frecking. The 5'9", outside hitter senior number 12, Kaylee Ladisaw. The 6-foot junior middle hitter number 13, Maya Kackman. And the junior opposite hitter, 5'8", number 17, Hannah Mauk. In their previous contest, Maple River was defeated by Wyndmere Lidgerwood back on September 25th. Wyndmere Lidgerwood won in 4 sets, and then these two teams did face each other in the Lisbon Enderlin Invitational Tournament back in the beginning of the month. But as we mentioned, these two teams are playing very well here at the end stage of the season and definitely setting up for an exciting district championship qualifying match. So lineup's just getting set, finalizing who will be subbing in, subbing out. Abigail Caloran, the libero. It'll be the first one. Sitting for the Raiders is Claire Irie. And then as for the Warbirds, Macy Gockler will come in as the libero, and the first one to take a seat is Aria Rigg. And we will get started with the sophomore, Reese Hosford, getting her team started with the serve here. And that's blocked there at the net by Kackman. Hit attempt from Richmond. Opportunity here for Leah Hannig is going to result in a kill for Hannig. And that's going to get our scoring started here as the Raiders, Hallie Bissett back to serve. Hosford up to Kackman. And too strong there from Maya Kackman. Other serve upcoming here for Bissett. This is Hosford back to Kackman, and that's going to be blocked at the net, but that's going to fall on the Raiders side. So Hannig and Scarlett Satcham unable to deflect that one away, and we're going to have Kaylee Ladisaw's serve. Bissett and Scarlett Satcham dug out nicely there by Frecking. Bissett, Hannig, job there by Ladisaw, Mauk, and Ladisaw getting it over for the Warbirds. Another opportunity this time out for Scarlett Satcham, and she's able to capitalize and get the kill for Maple River. As Jalen Herbronson will come in for the Warbirds, back to serve for the Raiders. Number 2, Lila Richmond, her jump serve handled there by Gockler. Up now ahead, that was Frecking. Opportunity here for Sophia Satchrum, and she is picking up right where she left off after yesterday's match. 22 kills yesterday. That's kill number 1 here for Sophia Satchrum. Another serve upcoming here from Richmond. Hosford, and tipped over there by Gockler. Bissett again to Sophia Satchrum. That time blocked at the net. Hosford to Frecking. Richmond pops it up. Over now to Kaloran. Hit over now by Satchrum. Opportunity here for the Warbirds. This is up to, I believe that was, not sure, it was kind of blocked there. I think that was, I don't believe that was Frecking. I'm pretty positive that was Maya Kackman able to get the kill there. And we're going to have a side-out opportunity here now for the Raiders, hitting it over. Hosford set up to Frecking. Good dig there by Richmond. Out now to Sophia, tipped at the net. Macy Gockler, Hosford, and Callie Frecking getting it over for the Warbirds. Tipped by Scarlett. And Scarlett Satchrum able to get the point here for the Raiders. Couple of substitutions as Claire Irie and Claire Holland coming in for Maple River. And it will be Claire Holland back to serve. And that'll be an ace. As the senior Claire Holland coming off the bench. And lead now 6-2 advantage for Maple River. Herb Bronson, this is Hosford. And Rigg getting it over for the Warbirds. Out now to Sophia, and Sophia Satchrum. Able to hammer that one through, unable to get to it was Herb Bronson. And Holland will continue to serve here for the Raiders. Hosford up to Frecking. Good dig there by Richmond. Satchrum that time had to reach back, unable to hit that one over, and that's going to be a side out as Holland will take a seat. Back in is Abigail Kaloran. And in for the Warbirds is the sophomore, number 14, Paisley Urbis. She will serve here. Up now to Scarlett Satchrum. She hits it over Hosford. Now out to Frecking. Frecking punches it over for the Warbirds. Opportunity here for Sophia. And good decision there by Herb Bronson to let that one go, as that one just lands out of play. Another opportunity upcoming here for Urbis. Kaloran. And hit over by Satchrum, handled nicely. This is pushed over. And we're going to have they're going to say 4 hits. Or excuse me, 2 hits. So kind of a double push there. I think that was number 11, Claire Irie, it was. So miscue there from the Raiders. Satchrum pushed over there by Bissett. Hosford sets up Frecking. Nice block there at the net, but able to recover is Frecking. And, they're going to say Frecking was in the net. So good effort there by Callie Frecking to just keep that one alive, but just unable to stay in play, as Ava Lark will come in for the Raiders and Scarlett Satchrum will serve. Herb Bronson, Hosford, now to Rigg. Good hustle there by Richmond and by Kaloran, just unable to keep that one up in play. Had to kind of dive over one another as Rigg will take a seat, as that was Herb Bronson who took a seat, and Ladisaw back in for the Warbirds. Kaloran unable to capitalize on that hit attempt from the back row going into the net. So just like that, lead cut down now to just 1 for the Raiders. Got off to a hot start, but Wyndmere Lidgerwood clawing their way back. Good touch there that time from Sophia Satchrum as Hosford unable to slide in and keep that one in play for the Warbirds as Shelby Overland will come in for Maple River. Sophia Satcham back to serve here for Maple River, leading by 2. Low liner handled by Urbis. Gockler and Rigg hits it over for the Warbirds. Chance here for Satcham from the back row. Dug out nicely by Frecking, passed up to Hosford, out to Ladisa. Satcham. And tip there at the net on that hit from Richmond. Another opportunity for Ladisa, and too strong. They're going to say that is out of play from Kaylee Ladisa. So another serve upcoming here for Satcham. Low jump serve, Urbis, Hosford. Up here to, good job there by Urbis. And Gockler hits it over after Irie gave it a shot. Kept up, almost kept up from Shelby Overland. They're going to call a lift there as she tried to do what she could to save that one. As Aria Rigg back to serve here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Richmond, Lark, and Overland. Hosford sets it up to Kackman. Kackman winds up too strong there from Maya Kackman. As yet to really get it going here early on in set number 1 is Maya Kackman. Player that head coach Carlson said that this team goes how she goes. And the Warbirds hoping that she gets going here pretty quickly, as that one, the set from Hosford to Ladisa, just a little too close into the net. Raiders lead now back up to 4, 12-8. Serve from Kaloran, handled by Gockler. Hosford to Kackman. Again, Kaloran. And deflected there at the net by Kackman. Tipped. Frecking gets to it, pushed over there by Hosford. Kaloran. Sophia Satcham maybe tipped at the net, unable to handle it is Paisley Urbis, and that is going to lead to our first timeout here of the opening set as the Maple River Raiders lead over the Warbirds 13-8.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
13-8, Maple River leading here over the Warbirds early on in set number 1 on this Halloween night. And the fans here at the Sargent Central Activity Center definitely did not disappoint. See quite a few interesting costumes going around. Kackman, and unable to handle that one is a combination of Sophia Satcham and Lila Richmond, as that's going to be the first kill here for Maya Kackman, as Paisley Urbis will take a seat. Hannah Mauk back in. Reese Hosford will serve for the Warbirds, trailing here by 4. Overland. Hennig hitting that one over for the Raiders. Another opportunity for Kackman. Richmond, Overland, back to Richmond. And Lila Richmond gets the kill for the Raiders. Couple of substitutions here as Hallie Bissett and Scarlett Satcham back in for the Raiders. And it is Bissett who will go back to serve. Too strong that time from Bissett. Kaylee Ladisau back to serve for the Warbirds. Kaloran, Bissett, and Scarlett Satcham. And Hosford tries to pop that one up, but no one's home in the backcourt to help her out. As Ladisau will take a seat, Jalen Herbronson back in for the Warbirds. Lila Richmond's jump serve upcoming, low liner handled by Gockler. Hosford Up to Frecking, tipped over there by Callie Frecking. Satcham with the push. Hosford, Kackman, Frecking. And Hanig, good dig there by Herbronson, and kept up in play and hit over there by Maple River, and just barely making the correct decision there is Macy Gockler, letting that one sail out of play. So Warbirds able to capitalize and get the point there, as Gockler will now go back to serve for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Trailing here by 4 about midway through our opening set. Good hustle there by Richmond, as Kaloran just able to get that one over the net. Hosford hustles over, Frecking with the push. Kaloran, Bissett out to Satcham, deflected at the net. Good hustle there by Hosford to get to it. And yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I thought that was one too many, but they're going to have a discussion as the officials are going to converse, and yeah, they're going to say they made a mistake on that one, so that should not have killed it. And that was just the third set, or the third touch. So no point. We'll do this one over. So Gockler will serve here. Bissett back to Hanig, and Hanig able to get the point. And she goes cross court on the far side there to score for the Raiders, as Claire Holland and I believe Claire Irie was the other substitution there for the Raiders, as Holland will serve. Frecking, Hosford with the dump attempt. Satcham deflected at the net, and between Erronson and Gockler, just unable to get to it. And then Maple River with their largest lead here in set number 1, leading by 6, 17-11 Holland. As Bronson handles it this time, out now to Aria Rigg, and able to get to it, but unable to keep it in play was Sophia Satcham, as that goes over the net and out of bounds towards the Warbirds bench. Paisley Urbis back in for the Warbirds. Also have Abigail Cloran back in for the Raiders, as that serve, it's a nice little roll there off the top of the net. Hits off of that and falls just in play. That would be an ace for Paisley Urbis. Another one upcoming, this time clears the net, no problem. Little trouble there on the server seat, gets a little close, and Scarlett Satcham hits it into the net. So that 6-point lead cut down now to just 3 for the Raiders. Another serve from Urbis, low handled by Richmond. Sophia Satcham skies up, and just unable to dig that one out is Macy Gockler. Add another kill to the column for Sophia Satcham, as Scarlett Satcham will come in. She will serve for the Raiders. Hosford back to Frecking, and kept up. And yeah, they're going to say a double touch, as that attempt to dig it out in the back row ricocheted off of, not sure if it was Richmond first and then got to Kaloran or vice versa, but either way that counts as 2. So we got 4, and ball will head back over to Wyndmere Lidgerwood side. And Ladislaw first hits it into the net. Satcham, and we're going to have a player in the net, as Aria Rigg is going to be called for that infraction, as Shelby Overland will come back into the game for Maple River. Sophia Satcham back to serve. And that's going to be an ace for Sophia Satcham. And that'll lead to a timeout called by Coach Carlson, as the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard reads Maple River 20, Wyndmere Lidgerwood 15.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
(20-15), Maple River leading in set number 1 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit dhb.bank for more information. Sophia Satcham will continue to serve here for the Raiders, leading by 5 as that one sails out of play. Rigg back to serve for the Raiders. The sophomore with the jump serve, pops it over. Kaloran, Overland. As that one is deflected from the hit from Ava Lark, and that's going to be another point for the Raiders. Abigail Kaloran's serve goes into the net. Hannah Mount coming back in as Paisley Urbis will take a seat. Reese Hosford back to serve for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, trailing by 4. Serve, Sophia Satcham, Overland. Now to Hanning. Hanning skies up, deflected at the net. Opportunity here for Kackman as Maya Kackman that time able to get that one to go home. So kill here for Kackman. That is kill number 2 here in set number 1. Another serve from Hosford, low liner over the net, handled by Satcham. Back now to Kaloran, gets it over. Gockler passes up to Hosford. Here is Ladasong. Good diving attempt from Kaloran to dig that one out as Richmond hits it over. Gockler, Hosford, Kackman, and Kackman. Back-to-back kills for Maya Kackman as that lead trimmed down now to just 2 for the Raiders as the Warbirds starting to gain a little bit of momentum here in the final stages of our opening set. Richmond comes diving in. Hannig. And Hannig tries to put an end to that with a kill of her own. As Scarlett Satcham and Hallie Bissett will come in for the Raiders, and it'll be Bissett going back to serve for Maple River. Gockler. Hosford back to Kackman. Satcham, Bissett. Hannig with the tip, and good decision there by Hosford to let that one go on as her sliding attempt is going to fall out of play. Ladasah, her serve. Satcham, Bissett out to Scarlett Satcham, and Scarlett able to power that one through the block attempt of the Warbirds. Herbronson back in for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Lila Richmond will serve. Gockler passes it up to Hosford. Out now to Frecking. Frecking with some touch. Good job by Sophia to get to it. Kaloran again tries to hit that one from the back row. Goes into the net. And Rigg will be in for Kackman, and Gockler will be back to serve. This is Sophia Satcham. She skies up, and she's able to get another kill as it is set point here in the opening frame for the Raiders. And it'll be the senior Claire Holland back for Maple River. And nice dump there from Hosford, just able to get to it is Satcham. She hits it over. Gockler passes it back now to Hosford. Up to Frecking. Frecking hits that one into the net. And that'll do it for our opening set as the number 4 seed Maple River Raiders able to steal the opening set from the number 1 seeded Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. We'll be right back with our second set. You are watching District 1 Girls Volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No, 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 no! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball size hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future. Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Second set just about to get underway here from Foreman, as the Raiders able to get the opening set win as Maya Kackman gets the scoring started with a heater on that kill for the Warbirds Junior. As that's a player that Wyndmere Lidgerwood is really going to need to have come alive here as this match continues. As Hosford gets it now to Ladisa, and able to get to it is Kaloran, finally hit over by Sophia Satram. Hosford to Kackman, and Kackman able to get another kill. So 2 quick kills in the second set. That one is going to be an ace for Reese Hosford, as Lila Richmond just let that one sail, and it does land in play, and that serve from Reese Hosford goes into the net. So side out for the Raiders. Raiders did a really good job capitalizing on those opportunities at the net. Something they did a good job with yesterday against Sargent County, contributing to their victory yesterday, contributing to that victory here in this set. Satram, good adjustment there. Hosford gets to it. Urbis and Ladisa able to get that one to land home. And that'll be a kill for Kaylee Ladisa. So Warbirds coming out on with a much better energy here. I mean, the way they finished that first set was definitely much better for them overall for how they want this match to go after a slow start in the beginning of that first set, and they're starting to kind of continue that momentum here, or at least that energy level seems to be consistent here with this early 4-2 lead in set number 2. Kackman too strong. That one sails out of play near the Raiders bench. Claire Holland, the one to serve here for the Raiders. Gockler passes it up to Hosford. Urbis, Satram, and Scarlett Satram gets to it. Good job by Gockler. And nice touch from Urbis, but handled by Irie, and somehow able to get that one over was Gockler and Hosford. Opportunity now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and unable to capitalize, but man, what a great play there by both Gockler and Hosford to just give the Warbirds an opportunity on what looked to be a sure kill for Scarlett Satcham. Hosford with the tip, and we're going to play her in the net. And I believe they're going to call that on Claire Irie with the infraction. As Abigail Cloran back in for the Raiders. Back to serve is the Warbirds libero, Macy Gockler. Satcham skies up, blocks, but that block goes out of play. So another kill there for Satcham as Bissett will take a seat. And Ava Lark will come in. Back to serve is Scarlett Satcham. Gockler, Hosford, back now to Frecking. Frecking puts some touch on that one, and Irie just unable to pass that one up to a teammate as that falls near the Raiders bench. Lead here now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 6-5. Like I said, you can just tell the energy level for Wyndmere Lidgerwood much different than how it was early on in set number one, as that one's going to be too strong from Aria Rigg. As tied up here now at 6-all, as Shelby Overland will come in for the Raiders. Sophia Satcham back to serve. And the freshman Satcham handled by Gockler. This is Hosford. Little too strong towards the net was the pass or the set from Hosford to Rigg, and Rigg is going to get called for going into the net. So first lead here of the second set for the Raiders. Satcham again going to go with the serve. Urbis, Hosford, pushed over by Frecking. Overland now to Irie, and that one just too strong there from Irie. Serve from Frecking. Satcham passes it up now to Overland. Cloran, back row attack, and able to get the kill is Abigail Cloran, as that one ricochet is off of Gockler. Serve from Cloran, handled by Frecking. This is Ladisaw, and that's going to be kill for Kaylee Ladisaw. Ladisaw having a pretty good second set for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Couple of kills, couple of opportunities there serving. And Aria Rigg will be the one back to serve now for the Warbirds. Is that one from Lark to Overland, now to Hanig. And that one is going to be an advantage for the Raiders. Couple of substitutions as Scarlett Satcham and Hallie Bissett. And it is Bissett with her serve. Gockler, Hosford, Ladisaw with the tip. Richmond Bissett back to Satcham. Satcham with the kill from the back row. "22 kills for Sophia Satcham last night, and by the way things are going here, about midway through the second set, looks like she's trying to repeat that as Bissett just unable to keep that one in play. Gotta love the hustle though there from the Raiders senior, at least giving it a chance near the scorer's table. Raiders lead 10-9. Bissett up to Hanig, tipped at the net, and unable to get to it is Frecking. So Raiders able to weather the storm right at the start of the second set. Now starting to feel like the momentum is going more towards their direction, as that's going to be a lift called on the Raiders. Ladisaw, her serve. Satcham, Kaloran, and Bissett getting it over for the Raiders. This is Gockler. Now to Hosford, back to Urbis, and too strong there from Paisley Urbis, as Ladisaw is going to take a seat. Claire Holland and Claire Irie in for the Raiders, and Holland will be the one back to serve. For Maple River, Frecking gets to it. Hosford pushing it over the net for the Warbirds. Opportunity for Satcham. Dug out by Gockler. Hosford over now to Frecking, getting it over for the Warbirds. Bissett up to Scarlett Satcham, and that one's going to deflect off the net. The Warbirds are going to celebrate the block anyway. And we will have Macy Gockler back to serve for the Warbirds, trailing here by 1. Bissett back to Kaloran. Tipped at the net, and that's going to be a kill for Abigail Kaloran. As Ava Lark will be back in for the Raiders. Scarlett Satcham back to serve for Maple River, leading here 13-11. And that's going to be an ace for Scarlett. Hosford now out to Rigg, popped over Richmond. Scarlett to Sophia, and that one bounces off the top of the net and falls onto the Warbird side, and give another kill to Sophia. Will give the assist to the older sister as she will head back now to serve. Raiders' largest lead here of the second set, 15-11. Bronson, Hosford, now Rigg, deflected at the net, and just unable to keep that one up. Good effort there from Kaloran and Claire Irie, but it'll be a point for the Warbirds as Paisley Urbis will go back to serve. Her serve, low liner over the net, Kaloran. Satcham to Lark, and Ava Lark tips that one into the net. Another low serve, deflects off the net from Irie. Hosford to Frecking. Richmond. I believe that was Scarlett Satcham and Kaloran collaborating to hit that one over as that one deflects off of Irie. Out of play, and Warbirds back now to within 1. 15-14 the score here. Urbis continuing to serve for the Warbirds as the sophomore Urbis. Too strong that time. Shelby Overland summing in for the Raiders. Sophia Satcham back to serve. Low liner over the net, handled by Gockler. This is Hosford now to Rigg, deflected. And Lark unable to keep that one in play after the block between her and Irie. So Callie Frecking will serve for the Warbirds, looking to tie this one up. Irie with the push. Urbis now out to Ladisaw. Satcham, Overland, back to Satcham, and too strong there from Sophia Satcham, and we're tied back up at 16 all, and that is going to lead to a timeout called here by the Raiders, and we'll take time with them as we are all tied up here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Maple River leads 1-0 over the Warbirds.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Tied at 16 all as Maple River leads 1-0 over the Warbirds. Looking at our out-of-town scoreboard, looking over at District 2, Linton HMB able to defeat Napoleon Gacko Streeter earlier 3-0. The number 5 seed Allendale Cardinals able to defeat the Lemoore Litchfield Marion Lobos 3-0. And Medina Pingree Buchanan 3-0 over South Border. Waiting for the Edge of the Combe Montpelier Kidder County game to start as the final game in day 1 of the District 2 tournament. Overland setting up now to Richmond. Urbis, Hosford, now to Rigg. Overland pops that one up. This is Kaloran now out to Richmond. Push there from Richmond, handled by Frecking. Push over now by Richmond, Ladisau. Hosford back to Ladisau, deflected at the net, and Ladisau able to get the kill, and the Warbirds with their first lead in quite some time here in set number 2, leading 17-16. And Frecking serve tips off the top of the net and falls out of play near the officials' stand, and we're tied back up now at 17 all. Serve here from Kaloran, passed up from Urbis to Hosford. Ladisau, that's going to be deflected, but back into the net on the Raiders side. Lead or advantage back now to Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Satcham, this is Overland, back to Kaloran. Kaloran's guys up, dug out nicely by Frecking. Richmond, skies up, dug out again there by Callie Frecking. Hosford to Ladisau. Ladisau tries to put some touch on it. Overland, good job there by Satcham, playing with kind of that folded up basket in her peripheral. Kackman winds up, deflected at the net, dug out by Satcham. Hanig gets to it. Long rally here. Who is going to survive? Satcham and Kaloran gets to it. Hanig contributes, getting it over for the Raiders. Opportunity now for Kackman, and Maya Kackman puts an end to that long rally as she gets another kill here in set number 2. 3 kills here in this second set for Kackman as the Warbirds lead is now up to 2. 19-17, Aria Rigg will serve. Too strong there from Aria Rigg as she will take a seat, and Maisie Gockler will come in. Lark and Overland will take a seat as Scarlett Satcham and Hallie Bissett will be in for Maple River. Trailing here 19-18. Hosford pushed over by Ladisau, and we're going to call a double hit there on Ladisau. Frecking, Hosford to Ladisau. Satcham, Bissett back now to Kaloran. Good hustle there by Gockler, able to get to that one. Kaloran passes up to Bissett. Opportunity here for Hanning, and she's able to capitalize. As Aaliyah Hannig with the kill, and that's going to lead to a timeout called here by the Warbirds as they trail 2019. Raiders lead 1-0.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
20-19, Maple River leading here in set number 2, looking to have a 2-0 advantage over the 1 seed Warbirds. Warbirds looking to tie this one up. going into the third. But Hallie Bissett going to serve this one up for the Raiders. Urbis kind of caught in between there. Good, just unable to play it out of the net. Was going to say it looked like Hanig did a good job initially there trying to play that one out of the net, but ricochets back in, tied up now at 20 all. Low liner over the net from Hosford, handled by Kaloran. Kaloran with the push to the back row. Frecking Hosford now to Kackman. Kackman's going to get called for being in the net there, as that set from Hosford just pushed a little too close. Lila Richmond now back to serve for the Raiders. Senior for the Raiders, able to get that one over. Lattisaw was tipped at the net, and that's another kill for Kaylee Lattisaw. As she will now go back to serve for the Warbirds. Another tie here at 21 all. Kaloran, Bissett, and Hanig hits that one into the net. Lead for Wyndmere Lidgerwood here, 22-21. And much more back and forth action here in the second set. Who will be able to be the first to 25 or the first lead by 2? The set has a feeling of maybe some bonus volleyballs. That's tipped at the net, and just unable to get to it is Sophia Satcham after Hanig pops that one into the net, and that'll lead to the final timeout called here by the Raiders as the Warbirds lead 23-21. We will keep you here as we take a look ahead, as we've got one more game here on your live event tonight from day 2 of the District 1 volleyball tournament, as the Higginson Pirates and the Richland Colts play after this one. Chase Miller will be on the call for that contest. Reminder, the winner of this game will be in the district championship on Monday night here in Foreman. The loser of today's contest will go on and play the Oaks Tornadoes, who defeated the Enderlin Eagles 3-0 in just our previous game. So 23-21, Warbirds lead on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Looking to close this one out, needing just 2. Satcham wants it back, winds up, deflected. Good job there to get to it. Satcham again tipped at the net, kept alive by the Warbirds. Kackman deflected by Hanig, and that's going to be set point now for the Warbirds. Lattisaw, this is Kaloran. Now Bissett, Satcham winds up, and Satcham with another kill, at least keeping this second set alive for the Raiders. As Hanig and Kaloran will take a seat. Irie and Holland in for the Raiders, and it's Claire Holland who will be serving. Low liner over the net, Hosford. Back to Kackman. Kackman winds up. Good block there. As Claire Irie able to get the block. And brings it now 24-23. Timeout called by the Warbirds, their last. And we'll take it with them as Warbirds need just 1 to close this one out. Raiders looking to give us some bonus volleyball in set number 2.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your part.
Quick timeout from the Warbirds, so apologize for having to do a quick cut back there. As Satcham gets another kill, and it is now tied up at 24 all. So both teams out of timeout. We are just going to play straight through here now as first team to lead by 2 will come away with what could very well be a deciding second set. Bissett now out to Satcham. Dug out there by Bronson. This is Frecking. Richmond pops it up. Bissett over to Satcham. Sophia Satcham hits it over. Gockler passes up to Hosford. A little too close to the net, and it's blocked by Claire Irie again. So we go from set point Wyndmere Lidgerwood now to set point Maple River, looking to win the second set and be up 2-0 over the 1 seed. Frecking pushed over there by Hosford. And that one's deflected, and that'll do it for the second set as the Raiders were down to their kind of the final leg there for a couple of points, trailing 24-21, and the Raiders able to score the final 5 points and get the second set victory. They lead 2-0 on the 1 seed. We'll be right back with the third set here from Foreman. You are watching the District 1 tournament here on yourliveevent.com.
Liability.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgroPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
Third set just about to get underway here from Foreman as the 1 seed is on the ropes as the Raiders lead 2-0 over Wyndmere Lidgerwood. The Warbirds had a 24-21 advantage, just needed one to tie this up at 1 set apiece, but the Raiders did a good job of staying in, fighting, and able to eventually score the last 5, making it 26-24 for that final. Looking at the 2 stars, I guess you could say, from both of these teams, Maya Kackman for the Warbirds with 9 kills. Sophia Satcham for the Raiders, 12 kills, giving her 34 here in the district tournament. The freshman Satcham definitely making a name for herself here around District 1 in this tournament, as the Raiders hoping to make a name for themselves here, knocking off the 1 seed and having the first spot in our district championship game locked up on Monday. The Warbirds hoping that they can go on a run here and have themselves be the ones fighting for that championship. As the first serve received, too strong. That one just hits the line. And that's going to be a point for the Warbirds, getting everything started here. So Reese Hosford, the sophomore setter. Hanig. And Hanig! Whew! My goodness. As that one set up perfectly there from Bissett for Hanig to hammer that one home. Bissett is going to get an ace as Gockler kind of caught between letting that one sail out of play and making a play on it. Bissett. So it's Frecking, Hosford now to Kackman, and Kackman get her double-digit kills here, picking up her 10th. Kaylee Ladisa, her serve is going to be an ace for Ladisa as Satcham and Kaloran kind of caught in between the two of them as that falls, or ricochets off of them and falls to the floor. Another serve from Ladisa, this time Satcham able to get to it. Scarlett Satcham with the kill. As she comes flying in, capitalizes on a nice set from Bissett. And Lila Richmond will go back to serve. Jump serve handled there by Frecking. Hosford hustles over, tries to get it over to Kackman, and I think that ball landed out of play regardless of Kackman going into the net, so point for the Raiders. Frecking, a little better pass there to Hosford, better set, and Kackman kind of mishits it, but that's a kill nonetheless. We don't always have to put all the mustard on it when you go for that hit attempt. Kaloran with the hit attempt from the back row goes into the net. So for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, you want to see them go on some sort of a run if they want to really change the tide in this one, as that's going to be tipped at the net, and it'll be another kill for Satcham. As Claire Holland and Claire Irie will sub in for Maple River. Tied here at 5-all, and just goes out of play as Gockler and Erbronson let that one sail out of play. And Kaloran will come back in for Maple River. Paisley Urbis, the one back to serve here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Bissett up to Satcham. Satcham skies up. Good dig there from Erbronson. And Hosford hits it over for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Scarlett Satcham kind of got caught there in a weird spot. Just did a little skip there and just unable to get a good angle to hit that one over as it goes into the net. So another opportunity here for Urbis as her serve handled by Irie. Kaloran skies up. And Rigg doesn't really react like she blocked it. Maybe it did just hit off the top of the net. Wyndmere Lidgerwood will take the point regardless. And just able to get that one over is Bissett. Good job by Hallie Bissett. She passes it over now to Satcham. And that hit attempt from Lila Richmond is going to go into the net, and we're going to have a timeout called here early as Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads 9-5, trailing 2-0. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
9-5, Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads here in the third set. Looking to keep this match going beyond just the 3 sets. We've had only one match so far in this tournament go into more than 3 sets, and that was Maple River versus Sargent County yesterday afternoon, as that ball from Urbis goes out of play. As Ava Lark will come in for Bissett. Hosford over to Rigg, too strong there from Aria Rigg. So 9-5 advantage going into the timeout. 2 straight points for Maple River, cutting it down now to just a 2-point advantage, Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Hosford, and tip there at the net, but Frecking able to get that one through for the kill. Ladisau will come back in as Jalen Erbronson will take a seat. And Frecking now will go back to serve for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. As Satcham to Satcham and pushed over by Irie. Rigg, and too strong there from Rigg. Shelby Overland subbing in for Maple River. Sophia Satcham with the jump serve. Urbis to Hosford, now out to Ladisau. Good hustle there by Satcham, able to dig that one out. Pass it to Overland, now to Richmond. And after the deflection off the net, Ladisau just unable to adjust to it. Lead now just one for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Frecking with the pass to Urbis. Ladisau hitting it over. Caloran maybe could have let that one go as it seemed like she was standing out of play. Opportunity here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Rigg does a good job staying out of the net. Urbis passes it over now to Hosford. This is Ladisau, her left-hand tip. Handled by Overland. This is now to Satcham. Her push towards the back court handled by Frecking. Another opportunity now for Aria Rigg. Good dig there by Caloran and unable to play it out of the net is Clara Irie. So that's going to be a point for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as that's going to bring Maya Kackman, I believe. Yes, that will bring Maya Kackman back in as Macy Gockler will take a seat. I think they're just double checking their own rotation there. No harm in double checking that one as that one is going to be an ace for Aria Rigg. So 12-9 advantage now, Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Serve upcoming here for Aria Rigg. Jump serve, tips off the net. And Satcham and Lark do a good job of trying to get to it, but that's going to be a kill for Maya Kackman, and definitely one of her easiest kills here of the match. Warbirds lead back up now to 4. Popped over, too strong that time from Rigg as she will take a seat, and Gockler will come back in. Claire Irie is taking a seat. And I believe that was Aaliyah Hanig who came in. Gockler, Hosford, and Ladisau gets to it, and Hanig started to back off the net as Overland was just unable to get to it to pass that one up, and that's going to be a timeout for the Raiders. I believe that is their second timeout. I'll double check that during the break. But Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads in set number 3, 14-10. They trail 2-0 to the Raiders.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
14-10, Wyndmere Lidgerwood leading on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here in the third set. However, Maple River 2-0, trying to knock off the 1 seed in the District 1 tournament. Serve here from Reese Hosford, handled by Caloran. This is Overland now to Lark. As Gockler comes over, passes it to Hosford. Kackman winds up, hits that one into the net. As Scarlett Satcham and Hallie Bissett will come in for Maple River. Serve from Bissett. Hosford tries the dump, handled by Bissett. Back to Satcham, and good job there by Gockler to dig that one out. Goes over the net. Good decision to let that one go. But no, they're going to say a player in the net for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and I believe they said 13, so that would have been Kackman. believe that was the number I saw. It was 13 Kackman, but player in the net is going to give the Raiders a break as Kackman skies up and gets the kill for Maya Kackman. Ladisas serve, pass from Kaloran to Bissett, up to Hanig, and Hanig able to get the kill. I believe that ricocheted off of Kackman, but lands in play. Ladisas will take a seat. Jalen Erbronson in for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as Lila Richmond will serve. She skies up, Frecking to Hosford. And Urbis puts a little touch on that one. Opportunity here for Satcham. She puts some touch on it. Good job by Hosford to get to it. Gockler and Erbronson contributed getting that one over for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Opportunity now from Scarlett Satcham as Gockler unable to dig that one out. Serve here from Richmond. Pass up to Hosford. Back out now to Kackman. And another kill here for Maya Kackman. So Kackman will take a seat. 16-14 advantage for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. And if you're the Raiders, the best sight you can see right now is Kackman on the bench in this rotation, starting to rack up the kills. And speaking of racking up the kills, Sophia Satcham doing that here this evening, as well as Claire Holland and Claire Irie will come in for the Raiders, trailing by 1. Looking to close out a night 2 sweep. Hosford, Frecking, deflected, kept up, and just unable to get to it is, I believe that was Scarlett Satcham, the last one with an attempt, but Richmond and Bissett did a good job at least giving them a chance to keep it in play. Paisley Urbis, her serve. Richmond now to Bissett. This is Irie, and Claire Irie. Kind of with the poker face there after a big kill is, that's just business as usual for the senior Irie, as the lead cut down now to just 1. Scarlett Satcham's serve goes into the net. Ladisas will come back in for Erbronson. Richmond, Satcham, Lark. Dig there by Frecking. Ladisas now, and she gets caught trying to jump off of her back foot and hits that one into the net. Shelby Overland will come in for Maple River. Sophia Satcham back to serve. Urbis, Hosford now to Rig. Deflected there at the net by Claire Irie, and that time Irie showing a little more fire as we're tied up here at 18 all. Maple River doing a good job hanging around in this one, trying to close this one out. Hosford up now to Ring. Her push handled there by Kaloran. Overland back to Satcham. Satcham from the back row dug out by Frecking. Rig to Ladisas, deflecting. Punched up and just going to land out of play. Great effort there as that one hit into the net on the second hit, able to at least hit it up and over the net. I believe that was Lark who came sliding in to at least give him a chance. Kaloran, Satcham now to Richmond. 20-18 advantage now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Remember, they led late in the second set, unable to close that one out. Head coach Carlson hoping that his squad can avoid a repeat of that one here in set number 3. Kaloran, pass up now from Urbis to Hosford to Ladisas, dug out by Satcham. Overland pushed over nicely by Kaloran. Opportunity here for Kackman, deflected by Irie at the net, but that's going to be a kill for Kackman. As Rigg continuing to serve here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Aria Rigg, the 5'10 sophomore. Jump serve here. Richmond passes it up to Overland. From the back row is Kaloran. Urbis, Hosford, and Ladisaw now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, getting it over Overland. To Irie, deflects off the top of the net, and Claire Irie doing a good job there off the bench for the Raiders. Contributing to keeping Maple River in this one. 21-19 advantage, Wyndmere Lidgerwood. This is Kackman, she skies up, another kill for Maya Kackman. As they are starting to come fast and furious for Maya Kackman. Another kill here in the third set. Satcham, a little too strong as that one goes into the net. Hanig unable to play it. 23-19. Hosford, serve upcoming. Satcham, Overland, pushed over there by Kaloran. Kackman gets to it. Back now to Urbis, and just out of play on the push from Paisley Urbis, as Scarlett Satcham and Hallie Bissett will come back in for Maple River. 23-20. Need a big run to close this one out if you're Maple River. Out now to Kackman, deflected. Satcham, Bissett to Richmond, deflected at the net. Gockler passes it up to Hosford. Over to Kackman. Kackman deflects off of Kackman, or excuse me, deflects off of the Raiders, goes into the Raiders side of the net, and it's set point now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. 24-20. Bissett up to Hanig. Hanig blocked by Kackman. Hosford pushed over there by Urbis. Kaloran. Bissett back to Sophia Satcham, and too strong there from Sophia Satcham, as we will have a fourth set here today after all, as Wyndmere Lidgerwood able to hold on here in set number 3 to defeat the Raiders 25-20. We'll step aside and we'll be back with set number 4 here from Foreman. District 1 tournament is on yourliveevent.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Hankinson is a very progressive small town that's actually, I would say, growing or thriving rather than dying.
If you have a family, this is a top-notch school system.
Hankinson's a small enough town that you feel secure.
We're able to be self-sustaining by having all of these awesome amenities.
And although Hankinson may be a small town, it has lots of things to keep you entertained or to start a new career.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Set number 4 just about ready to get underway as the Raiders able to win the first 2 sets, but Wyndmere Lidgerwood winning set number 3, 25-20. At least giving themselves a chance as we go into a 4th set. And of all the teams so far and of all the games in this District 1 tournament. We've had 2 go beyond the third set. Maple River has been a part of both of those matches, as they're hoping that this one, unlike yesterday, does not go into a 5th set. Hoping to capitalize here in just 4, and the Warbirds again get the scoring started early. As I know, the last 3, and I think even back in the first, they were the first ones to score. So Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads 1-0. Reese Hosford, sophomore setter, with the serve. This is Bissett now to Hanig. Hanig deflected by Kackman, and that'll be a kill for Aaliyah Hanig. Lila Richmond jump serve. Too strong there from Lila Richmond. Kaylee Lana saw her serve. Satchram, Bissett. Now Hanig as Lanasaw passes it up to Hosford. Kackman with the hit and gets the kill, as Maya Kackman really coming alive here in the last couple of sets. As Kaloran, Satchram, and Kaloran hitting it over now for Maple River. Frecking tips off the top of the net, and just unable to get to it is Bissett. Good hustle there by Hallie Bissett. It looks like she's coming up a little bit hobbled. Hopefully she's okay. It was kind of landed awkwardly there on that attempt. Bissett to Satchram. Dug out by Gockler. Frecking pushed over by Kackman. Bissett to Hanig, and Aaliyah Hanig, another player who has come on strong here in the last set or 2. This time for the Raiders, as Claire Irie and Claire Holland will sub in. Holland will go back to serve. Gockler passes it up to Hosford. Back now to Kackman. Blocked by Sophia Satchram, as that one ricochets back into Kackman. As another serve upcoming here from Claire Holland. Another opportunity now for Kackman, and this time the deflection from Kackman, from Satchram off of the Kackman hit goes into the net on the Raiders side. So side out for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Macy Gockler will be back to serve. Sophia Satchram skies up, and that's another kill for Sophia Satchram. As Ava Lark will come in for Hallie Bissett. Scarlett Satchram serve handled by Bronson. Rigg with the miss hit. That goes into the net. Hosford now to Frecking. Hit over nicely by Kaloran. Rigg to the back row is Gockler, and Urbis. Another good job there by Kaloran to get to it. Hit over by Irie. Chance now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Rigg winds up, deflects off of Irie, and will be a kill for Aria Rigg. So if you're Maple Rivers in a kind of similar spot last night, leading 2-1 in that 4th set, unable to close out, eventually winning in 5, but slightly different here. Being up 2-0, losing that 3rd set, you got to think where are we at mentally here? Are we still locked in, or are we a little shocked there after losing a set? How are they going to be able to, just from a mental standpoint, be able to lock back in here? You can kind of feel the energy in the gym, and it hits it into the net. So again, how for Maple River, how do you lock back in and how do you try and recapture some of that energy, that momentum that you had back in the opening 2 sets as Kaloran's hit goes into the net, and they're going to call a timeout for Maple River as Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads 10-5 here in set number 4. The Raiders lead 2-1.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
10-5, Wyndmere Lidgerwood leading here in set number 4. As we mentioned before the break, the energy here in the gym just feels a little bit different as Wyndmere Lidgerwood. You can feel the crowd getting a little more excited, but also still a little bit of that anxiety here. Whereas for Maple River, trying to get that energy back, trying to get back into this one as we are ready to go. Urbis, her serve, handled by Kaloran. This is Satcham to Irie, tipped at the net by Rigg, and that time Claire Irie able to get the kill. Irie went on a pretty good run there in the 3rd set, hoping to replicate that as Sophia Satcham back to serve for Maple River. Hosford to Frecking. Irie hitting it over for Maple River. This is Hosford, now up to Rigg, deflected by Lark, and that'll be a kill for Aria Rigg. As Kaylee Ladisau will come back in, Callie Frecking will be back to serve for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Overland to Richmond, just too strong there from Lila Richmond. The 6-point advantage for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, the largest lead from either team throughout this match. As Kaylee Ladisau able to power that one through the block attempt. Now lead 13-6. Wyndmere Lidgerwood on quite a run here, looking to keep it going. This is Lark. Hosford to Ladisau, deflected again, and another kill for Kaylee Ladisau. 14-6 the advantage here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood in set number 4, trying to push it to a 5th and deciding set. Low liner from the Frecking handled by the Raiders. Irie powers that one across the net. Opportunity here for the Warbirds. Hits it over. Overland now to Kaloran. Oh, good job there from Urbis as Rigg. And we're going to have a player in the net. I believe they're calling that on Claire Irie. As things are starting to go from bad to worse for Maple River here in this 4th set. Overland pushed over there by Richmond. This is Hosford, Rigg, and Rigg hits that one into the net. As Aaliyah Hanning will come back in for the Raiders, and Abigail Kaloran back to serve. To Sean, that time from Kaylee Ladisau. So if you're Maple River, you can't get all 7 points back at once, but just got to kind of chip away here and see, what are you able to do to at least try and recapture the momentum some that Wyndmere Lidgerwood has seemed to gather here. Nice deflection there. Good job by, I believe that was Urbis who got to it. Popped over that time by Satcham. Opportunity here for Wyndmere. Lidgerwood. Ring puts some touch on it. Overland, little too strong. Punched over by Kaloran, but Satcham unable to get to it. Aria Ring serving here for the Warbirds. Kaloran tries to stop it. Overland unable to get to it. As Hallie Bissett will come in for Ava Lark. Aria Ring continuing to serve for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Overland to Bissett. Hosford. Urbis, Ladisau. Opportunity at the net. Blocked there by, I think that was Hanning. Still an opportunity for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Satcham gets to it. Kaloran up towards the net to Richmond. Urbis, Ladisau with the left hand kind of push there. And into the net is that attempt from Abigail Kaloran. 18-8. Satcham passes up to Overland. This is out to Hanning, and Hanning mishits, and that's going to lead to a timeout here from Maple River as Wyndmere Lidgerwood coasting here in the fourth set, hoping to push this to a fifth set. 19-18 the score here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads over the Raiders.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
19-18, Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Maple River leads 2-1. And for Maple River, just looking to change the energy in the gym some, even if you don't come away with a victory here in the fourth set. That fifth set, oftentimes it comes down to who gets started first or who gets off to a hot start first, and hopefully a reset or at least some change of momentum here in the final portion of our fourth set will work for the Raiders as Kaloran. That's it to Overland. Opportunity now for Bissett. Tipped by Kackman. Now to Ladisau. Ladisau hits that one into the net. Scarlett Satcham will come back in for Maple River as Hosford tries to dump that one over. Hanning skies up. Blocked there by Kackman. And another block for Maya Kackman. And, going back to the conversation I had with head coach Tanner Carlson prior to the game, he said how Maya Kackman plays is how this team plays, and how she has played in these last two sets has been phenomenal and exactly what you want. And they're saying no touch. Saying no touch, so that one hit off the net and landed back on the Raiders side. So point for the Warbirds after a little indecision there on that call. Satcham, that time leaving no doubt is Scarlett Satcham as she powers that one into the block attempt from the Warbirds. Now 21-10, Lila Richmond. Her jump serve goes into the net. Kaylee Ladisson, the senior hitter for the Warbirds, done a good job playing at the net and serving as her serve was handled. Opportunity now for Kackman, and Kackman with another kill. Ladisson, her serve. Kaloran gets it to Bissett, out now to Satcham, and blocked there by Maya Kackman, and we've got set point now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Ladisson, Kaloran, Bissett back to Kaloran, deflected there. Good job there by Urbis to stay out of the net. Kaloran, Bissett, back to Scarlett Satcham, and that's going to be a kill for Scarlett Satcham. Also ricochets off of Hosford. Claire Irie and Claire Holland coming in. Gockler passes up to Hosford. And Urbis hits that one into the net. Another set point here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Hosford back to Kackman. And Kackman. What other way would you want to end that fourth set for Wyndmere Lidgerwood than a Maya Kackman kill, as we went from 2-0 Maple River, now tied up at 2 sets apiece, going into a fifth and deciding set here, a spot in the district championship on the line. We'll be right back with that fifth set here on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Well, Maple River Raider fans, you heard this yesterday, you're hearing it again today. Set number 5 just about to get underway as the Raiders led 2-0. Wyndmere Lidgerwood came back to win the third set 25-20, and then a much more commanding 25-11 finish here in set number 4, as Wyndmere Lidgerwood will start with the serve. Remember, it is first to 15 by 2 here in the fifth set. Reese Hosford, her serve. Satcham, Bissett, now to Hannig, and that's going to be a kill for Aaliyah Hannig, as the Raiders, the first ones on the scoreboard, and that's really what played well for them yesterday in their set 5 against Sargent County. And I think they're calling a player in the net. Yes, it looked like there was a the play or the ball was kept in play, but they're going to say there was a player in the net. So nullify all of that as Hannig hits that one out of play. Kaylee Ladishaw once again serving here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Too strong there from Ladishaw. So back and forth to get things started. Lila Richmond. And that one kind of knuckled its way over and seemed to die just right in front of Gockler. So that'll be an ace for Lila Richmond. As Richmond again goes after Gockler, this time able to handle it. Kackman skies up, deflected, and a kill for Maya Kackman. Three apiece as Gockler serve. Dug out by Richmond. Bissett out to Satchram. And just unable to get to it as Frecking trying to keep it in play, but Erbronson unable to get to it as Claire Holland will go back to serve. Claire Irie also subbing in for Maple River. Low serve, good hustle there by Hosford to get to it. Hit over now by Frecking. Opportunity here for the Raiders out to Satchram. And good play out of the net and just able to keep from going underneath was Frecking. And that one is going to hit into the net as Scarlett Satchram unable to capitalize. What a play there by Callie Frecking to keep that play alive. Sliding in, plays it off of the net. And depending on the outcome of this one, that very well could be our Agassi Precision Egg play of the game as Urbis to Frecking deflects off of the net. This one's got to get over from Richmond, and it does. Hosford to Rigg, deflected there. Kind of chicken wing hit over there by Rigg. Satchram. Urbis, Hosford out to Frecking. Frecking goes cross court, handled by Satchram. Kaloran, her hit too strong there from Abigail Kaloran. Urbis. Now opportunity here for Satchram, and they're going to say two hits as that deflected off of Satchram back into the net, and then she went for another hit. So Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads here 6-4, needing 15 by 2. And that one is going to hit into the antenna here on the near side, and that's going to lead to a timeout called by the Raiders as Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads 7-4 in set number 5.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
7-4 as the Wyndmere Lidgerwood faithful starting to make some noise here for their team, coming back from down 2-0. Leading here 7-4 in the 5th set. Urbis, this is Kaloran, now to Bissett, back out to Scarlett Satchram, and too strong there from Scarlett Satchram. Wyndmere Lidgerwood on a 4-0 run. Bissett out to Satchram. Satchram puts some touch on it. Urbis gets to it. This is Frecking, deflected. Kept up nicely there by Bissett. Pushed over now by Irie. Hosford sets it up for Rigg. Deflected, and that is going to be deflected out of play So just when you think Maple River is going to catch a break, they do not, as that one. Great play to get the deflection, but unable to keep it in play. Opportunity now for Satcham, and Rigg went for the block and just kind of mishit it when she tried to go for that second touch. So 5-0 run, finally getting a side out are the Raiders. Low liner handled by Gockler. Good job there by Urbis off of that Satcham hit to dig it out. Bronson, Hosford now to Rigg. Too strong there from Aria Rigg. Scarlett Satcham, good job there by Frecking to get to it. Hosford hits it over. Good opportunity here for Maple River to score. Irie off the top of the net. Hosford gets to it. Frecking with the push to the back row. Richmond, Scarlett to Sophia. Good dig there by Gockler as Bissett hits it into the net. Wow, what a dig from Macy Gockler on that hit from Satcham. 10-6 now, the advantage. Kaylee Ladishaw back in for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Frecking the one serving for the Warbirds. This is up towards Sophia Satcham, Frecking, Hosford to Ladishaw. Opportunity here for Sophia Satcham, and almost kept up as I think that was first Reese Hosford who hit it, and he had a couple of Warbirds come swarming in trying to keep that in play, and we're going to have a timeout called here by Coach Carlson as the Warbirds lead 10-7 over the Raiders.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
Wyndmere Lidgerwood leads 10-7 in this one. And as exciting of a game this is, we still have one more to follow as Chase Miller is going to be on the call for Hankinson versus Richland, which will take place after this one concludes to wrap up day 2 of the District 1 tournament. As Urbis gets it over to Hosford, Ladishaw, Satcham, Overland, now to Richmond. Hosford back to Rigg, deflected there, pass from Frecking goes to Hosford. This is Ladishaw, deflected again at the net. Good job there by the Maple River defense, deflected. Handled nicely. Good play close to the net there by Overland as Kaloran hits it over for Maple River. This is Hosford, winds up is Aria Rigg, and that one deflects out into the crowd. And if you're Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Maya Kackman just came back onto the floor. The junior having a phenomenal evening here, definitely making a push for our Enbridge player of the game. This is out now to Bissett. Maybe was tipped there at the net. Opportunity for Kackman. She winds up. Good dig there by Kaloran. And that time too strong there from Kackman. Kaloran back to serve for the Raiders. Frecking. Hosford. Ladishaw, and that is Hannah getting it over for Maple River. Hosford. Good tip there from Kackman. And unable to dig that one out is Callie Frecking. And it is now 11-9. This kind of has the feeling of a match that, yeah, this one goes to first one to 15 by 2, but God, it feels like this one could keep going for quite some time. Both teams not ready to give in as Kackman winds up. Miss hits that one into the net, and the lead cut down now to just one. Maple River looking to tie it up. This is the most energy we felt from the Raiders crowd since back in the second set. Is that one good decision to let it sail out of play, just going out of bounds. Now back to the start of the rotation. Reese Hosford, the sophomore setter, with the serve. This is up now to Hanning. Her push handled now by Frecking. We've got a player in the net, and I believe they're going to say that that was Hanning who is the player in the net. 13-10. Hosford is Satcham over, and that's a kill for Maya Kackman, and we have match point here for the Warbirds as they lead 14-10 over Maple River. What a phenomenal match here for both of these squads. Wyndmere Lidgerwood looking to close out a huge 2-0 comeback to win this one, needing just 1 point here. Maple River looking to make a huge comeback, much like what they did back in our second set, which feels like forever ago, but that was in this same contest. Winner of this one goes on to the district championship game Monday night, the last game of the evening. The team that loses will go on to face the Oaks Tornadoes in the second of 3 games on Monday. Reese Hosford, her serve, low liner handled there by Satcham. Opportunity here for Hannig, dug out nicely by Gockler. This is Hosford now to Ladisaw. And Overland gets to it. Chance now for Richmond, deflected at the net. Richmond gets back to it. Bissett to Kaloran. Kaloran with the push. Good job there by Ladisaw. Kaloran comes sliding in. Hannig now with the push. Opportunity here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood to close it out. Kackman deflects at the net. And Gockler just gets to it. Pushed over now by Kackman. Bissett up to Hannig. Hannig gets the kill and keeps the hopes alive for Maple River. Overland will take a seat. Scarlett Satcham in for the Raiders. Hallie Bissett back to serve for Maple River as Hosford up to Kackman. And that'll do it as Wyndmere Lidgerwood able to come back from down 2-0. They get the huge 5-set victory, and they will be team number 1 in the district championship game on Monday. We will step aside and we'll be right back with our Enbridge player of the game here from Foreman as Wyndmere Lidgerwood able to secure victory 3-2.
Welcome to the city of Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity. Here, you don't just find a house, you find a quality of life. Safe neighborhoods, affordable living, and a community that treats your family like their own. Build your dream home with lots starting at an attractive price and enjoy homeowner incentives and grant funds to help make it yours. Come live, work, and thrive in Hillsboro, where you don't just live, you belong.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
I want to welcome you back with our Enbridge player of the game, Maya Kackman. First of all, take a breath. Man, what a game. What a match. Going from down 2-0, being able to pull it out in 5. What can you say about the way that this team continued to fight all game long?
It was very tough. We just kept saying in our huddles that we have to have energy, we have to keep pushing, we have to be scrappy, we have to really push because this matters to us and we really want to go far. It really meant a lot. We were super excited. Yeah.
I mean, you could feel that excitement from up here. I mean, the way that, the first couple of sets went and, it's like, are we going to be done in 3? And then not only was, a team effort, but we talked right before I put on camera, you had 22 kills here this evening. What a performance. What can you say about, not only your performance, but the performance of your teammates to help you get that opportunity here today?
Well, I was kind of getting in my head, and they kept lifting me up. They were there for me, and it made me feel better, it made me feel supported. And I think that's what helped me achieve 22 kills, which is a lot, yeah.
So Monday night, District 1 championship game. You're going to wait to see who your opponent is. I assume you guys are staying for the conclusion of this game. Mm-hmm. You guys have been undefeated in District 1 play. What do you guys have to do to keep that up and possibly get that district championship game here on Monday?
I think we really just have to keep our energy up. We have to be loud. We have to keep talking. We have to push each other, lift each other up. It really helps when we have team chemistry and we're able to be there for each other.
Absolutely, and I mean, it wasn't just playing from you. I mean, it was plays from, seniors, Kaylee Laddersaw, Callie Frecking. We saw great effort from some of the sophomores, just a well-rounded effort. And as you mentioned, it's kind of this collective effort for your entire team, and really excited to look forward to see what you guys do here in the district championship game on Monday night here in Foreman. Congratulations on the performance. Congratulations on the comeback, and best of luck here on Monday. All right, our Enbridge player of the game, Maya Kackman, will be right back to finish up our post-game coverage here from Foreman on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at PurpleWave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
I want to thank our Enbridge player of the game, Maya Kackman, for joining us. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. And Maya Kackman definitely brought the energy for Wyndmere Lidgerwood in that huge comeback victory. And before we sign off on this one, and I turn the call over to Chase Miller for our final game here of Day 2 of the District 1 tournament, we got to take a look at our Agassi Precision Ag play of the game. Your local precision planting dealer, Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And our Agassi Precision Ag play of the game, was the sliding effort by Callie Frecking in the 5th set. It was 3-4. Ball went into the net. She came sliding out of nowhere, able to hit it over. And in the ensuing play, Scarlett Satcham hit it into the net. Ties the game up at 4-all. And really from that point, Wyndmere Lidgerwood had control. So great play there by Callie Frecking, the senior, looking to propel her team to a District 1 championship here in Foreman on Monday. So with the victory, as we mentioned, they will be in the District 1 championship. That's the final game here on Monday. With the loss, Maple River will take on the Oaks Tornadoes tomorrow, or excuse me, on Monday. That'll be game 2 of the District 1 tournament, the region qualifier. Winner goes on to the region tournament. Losers season will be done. So they play the second game. Sargent County still waiting to see who they are going to be playing, and Wyndmere Lidgerwood looking to see who they will have in the district tournament and in the district championship game on Monday. I want to thank you all for tuning in here this afternoon. Make sure that you head over to the other stream here in just a moment so you can catch the final game of the District 1 tournament. Chase Miller will be on the call for that one. I want to thank Connor Olson, not only helping here in today's game, but helping in all 3 and one more final game. I want to thank him for taking the time here today to help us out here with your live event. I'm Nick Furch, and I will see you for the game at 4:30 on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and make sure you head over to the other channel.